Hey folks, Poster, welcome back to another Pokemon Massive Day, and today we're going to talk about Dawn Torterra, who's coming out tonight, right? Which, again, as usual, I will be summoning when it comes out, so, join the stream when that happens, right? And hopefully you could get Dawn Torterra with relative ease. I don't want to spend too much on this banner, and we'll talk about why in a second. So, Dawn Torterra is super popular character, right? Dawn is great, and she's also coming with a story event, which should be great as well. Like, I saw, like, I didn't see the whole, I didn't want to spoil myself too much, but from the little tidbits that I saw and the music and all that stuff, it's honestly looking up to, like, be probably one of the best story events in the game. It just looks very exciting to go over. So, anyways, in terms of the unit, Dawn and Torterra, again, coming tonight. So this unit they released it at a really weird time because it's a tank, right? It's a physical tank, and like, well, they released Dawn and Torterra, Jasmine and Steelix is still up. I don't know why they did that, but it is kind of weird, right? So, anyways, let's just go over it first. So, grass type, weak versus bug. It's support, 5-star female. Torterra, right? Or Turtwig that could evolve into Torterra with evolution shards and crystals, right? Which are relatively easy to obtain these days. As for its stats, I think this is Torterra, right? Yep, this is Torterra. So it has okay-ish HP, not the best. Its attack is actually, for support, not terrible. Obviously, it's not good, but it's not terrible for support. By the way, I think it does have a more attack than Typhlosion has special attack, which is sad for Typhlosion. Defenses 263 and 217 for physical and special respectively. It's good. It's again, it's not like insane. It's not like Steelix 360 defense or Mega Steelix 360 defense, but it's a respectable amount, right? Especially both are good, right? It's not like one's really good and the other one's mediocre or whatever, right? Speed, it's slow. It's just really slow. Kind of like Steelix. Steelix really slow as well. I will be comparing it to Steelix a lot just because the Steelix banner is still going to be up while Dawn comes out, right? And again, they are kind of similar in some ways, being physical tanks with vigilance. And yeah, that could also do some stuff offensively, maybe if you could build it that way with grids. As for its moves, as Razor Leaf, it's AoE 43 power, 95 accuracy, grass physical move with +1 crit on it, so there's that. X defense all, I don't think you'll be using this too much. X defense all, actually, well, you'll be using it a lot just because, like, for support. Like, I mean, you're not going to be using it a lot if you're making a DPS build for Torterra. Like, if you're using a support build, you will be using this a lot. X defense all, that's pretty standard, right? Steelix also has X defense all. Good as new, fully restores an ally's HP, removes ally status conditions from an ally, removes a confused flinching trap condition from an ally. Basically a full restore, right? Only one use, so there's that as well. Seed bomb, 100 power, 100 accuracy, single target, physical grass, 3 gauge, offensive move. Nothing else really to say here, right? Sync move, New Dawn, Wood Hammer, 200 power. And the more the user's attack has been raised, the greater the power of this move, right? So, in order, to raise its attack, it does have a passive skill. Power 7-9 lowers the attack and raises the user's attack by an equal amount when the user is hit by an attack move. So that's passive there, and then it has vigilance as well. So in general, at base, it's a solid support. Like, it's really good. Because, like, not only is it a tank, but it also gives out a potion, which you don't see that often, right? And there are a few, right? Alakazam, Swanna, really good examples of that, right? But a lot of users, a lot of potion users are generally like tech or like weird striker or like units like Pikachu, Dragonite, Hilda, Onyx, right? Makuita. So combining both potion plus tank this is a very, very powerful combination, obviously, right? So yeah, there's that. Again, X defense all, it's another physical defensive unit, even though it's special defense is a bit more valuable. It's not higher, but it's more valuable just because we don't have that many like good special defensive units as there are physical defensive units, right? But it, you know, it is what it is. And again, special defense stat isn't like bad or anything. It's good, right? And that's its main draw is it lowers the opponent's attack, which is obviously very, very helpful. Lowers opponent's attacks. You don't get crit. Has good tank stats, and you have a full restore and X defense all. That's mainly what you're doing here, right? And she does come with a sync grid, so we'll look over the sync grid as well, because that's obviously very essential. She's just a regular banner unit. She'll appear in future banners as well, so don't have to worry too much about that. Although, do keep in mind, if you're trying to get her not on her banner, it's like a 0.2% chance or something, a 0.19% chance, in comparison to the 2%, which is like 10 times higher. So, as for the grid, you have a lot of really, really good stuff here, right? So you have healthy healing, which you gradually heal yourself. You know, you just heal like 10% of it every time you attack, right? So that's really, really good. Obviously, it's only when you enter with full HP. And then you got 2x defense all MP refreshes, which is nice, right? What else you got? You got good as new friendly shield. So when you use this on an ally, you could give an extra defense, which isn't the biggest deal, just because you have like X defense all, and then they have like 2 MP refreshes on X defense all. But it's good to have as well, I guess. Although I don't think a lot of people will be going for that. Quick cure moves, you know, any of those conditions from Torterra. So you got that. Pump up, charge move gauges by 2 for all out sync pairs. Using sync move, that's nice, I guess. Sands of Time charges gauge and Sandstorm, so you can also run this with Cynthia and have relative success with that as well, right? So honestly, what I do see Torterra is, because if you check its sync grid, it does have a very glaring omission of a MP refresh for good as new, right? So you don't have any MP refreshes for good as new, so, and it only has one uses, right? On the other hand, it's a full restore, which restores 100% of your HP, which is really, really powerful. If you compare it to like a lot of potion users who only have like 2 potions, that adds up to 80% of your HP restored. This is 100%, so you get extra 20%. But again, you can only use it once, right? Which, even though, again, back to that point, using it once will give you more HP than using 2 potions. But still, no MP refresh kind of sucks, right? You can only use it on 1 target, and then you're done. So, like, what its grid looks like and what its whole set looks like to me personally is that it's not going to be that suited for Battleville, right? The fact that you can't MP refresh on good as new, and the fact that you have healthy healing, which again only works when your HP is full when entering the battle, right? It's gonna be really hard to maintain a full HP bar, you know, going through battles if you're, like, again, doing the Battleville, right? Unless like you just like good as new yourself at the last second or whatever, or you just, you know, eviscerate the opponent so quickly that your healthy healing just keeps you at max HP. But again, like I mentioned before, it's difficult. So most of the time, you will be using Torterra, when you are using Torterra in the Battleville, as like one of, you know, a one and done, one stage, just, you know, like super strong tank that you go in for one stage and then you don't use it afterwards, right? Because I mean, you can still tank, right? It's still good at tanking damage, but without heals and stuff, it does struggle, right? If you've seen Superior, for example, Superior is a very, very good example of this. Like, Superior has really, really good tanky stats, right? Extremely bulky, all that stuff. Dusknoir as well, right? But it doesn't have any, you know, it's kind of sustained, doesn't have any healing, regen, all that stuff. So it you know, no one really actually uses it as a tank, right? So after you use your healthy healing, after you use your good as new, you're probably not going to be using Torterra as a very reliable tank anymore, right? So That's the thing about Torterra. However, what I do think Torterra is going to be good for, right? And I do think this is what Torterra is built to be, which is going to be for the Legendary Arena with Entei, because there's only one stage in there. It's a one and done thing, right? And I do think not only Torterra, but also Sharpedo is also built in that way, so that, you know, it's going to be very, very, very powerful for that one stage, and you don't have to worry about whatever the heck goes on with Belleville, right? You have to multiple times and all that stuff, right? You have to save, conserve MP. You don't have to worry about any of that, it seems. Again, we don't have the full details of the Legendary Arena yet, but that's just what it seems, right? So yeah, for that, I would say it's really well suited, right? Especially, you know, since you're drawing aggro all the time, you're just gonna lower the opponent's physical attack to -6 very, very quickly, because if you look at the screenshot, it does seem like the opponent has no sides. It's just one unit, the Entei, attacking you over and over and over and over again, right? So that means you don't have to, like, it's not like, oh, the mid attacks you once, they get -1, then the side attacks you once, the side gets -1, then like the mid attacks you again, mid goes -2, then the left side attacks you, and then the left side goes -1, so you get a -1, -2, -1, right, on their physical attacks. What with the Legendary Arena, what it is set up to be is that the Entei, you know, in 4 turns, instead of, you know, -1, -2, and -1, it'll just be -4, because the Entei is going to attack you 4 times, and then you'll get +4. Obviously, +4 doesn't change, but the opponent will get -4 attack on that one, right? So there's that, and also, again, it's a one and done unit. You go in, you get healthy healing 100% of the time. You don't have to worry about that, right? And then you also obviously have that one full restore that you could use, that one get out of jail free card, basically. So I do think Torterra is very much suited for the Legendary Arena, and I don't think it is that so much suited for Belleville. Actually, let me check one thing real quick. Let me see when the banner goes away, because this is gonna be interesting, because like the Legendary Arena comes on the 15th, right? I'm pretty sure it comes on the 15th. Let me just check when Torterra's banner goes away. Torterra's banner goes away on Oh, I guess it didn't get Datamined when it goes away, but depending on when it goes away, right? Then we'll have a better I guess grasp of how exactly, you know, strong Torterra is, right? So like I mentioned before, in previous videos, I personally do think tanks and supports are much more valuable than strikers to summon for at the moment. So as much as I would, you know, generally suggest folks not to summon on like non-Pokefear banners, this is actually a unit that I say is good, and you could consider summoning on. But here's the thing, I would wait, like, because at the moment there's no use for Torterra. Well, I wouldn't say there's no use. Like, again, for boss stages you could bring Torterra in for villas, right? But I don't think Torterra's that great for that, right? I would wait to summon on Torterra's banner. I would first wait for the complete info on Legendary Arena to come out on how that works, what are the best tactics. Does this actually suit my hypothesis of how, or theory of how the Legendary Arena would work, and what kind of units will excel there, right? If it does fit that, then, and if it's extremely powerful in the Legendary Arena, then this actually does, you know, folks should actually maybe consider summoning on it. But before that happens, I would not suggest anyone summon on this, right? Before any info on Legendary Arena comes out, do not summon on it. Just wait. You don't have to summon on each banner on the first day it comes out. It's actually much, much better to wait till the last day to summon on the banner. But again, I understand a lot of people are excited. New unit comes out, new banner, you know, got gems, want to spend them, right? But again, I would wait on it. So right now it's going to be a no, right? When the Legendary Arena comes out, I will do, an update on that, right? If we should, if you should still summon on it or not. Again, it could turn out that maybe Dawn Torterra is not that great for Legendary Arena, and after all, right? Then obviously you don't want to summon for it. Like, in comparison to which unit's better for Bao Villa between Torterra and Steelix, I do think Steelix is better, right? And Steelix is out at the moment, but that doesn't mean you should summon on Steelix either, right? But again, just wait for details on the Legendary Arena, and that will kind of more so decide if Dawn Torterra is a good unit to summon. And obviously, if you're a huge Dawn fan, Torterra fan, just go for it, right? If that's your favorite character, favorite Pokemon, this is your best chance to get Dawn Torterra, right? Once this banner goes away, the chances are much, much slimmer, right? Unless you want to wait for like another year before it gets onto like the Spotlight Scout or the pickup banner or the Select Scout banner. I think that's what it's called, right? So yeah, anyways, I guess that's it for this one. Let me know, guys, think in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. Again, I will be streaming summoning for Dawn Torterra live later tonight when that comes out. Should be 11 p.m. PDT, right, Pacific time. So again, tune in for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.